Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Remember last time we saw that awesome battle between Girahim and Zelda's protector, and we kind of jumped in there a little bit as well. And unfortunately, we saw Zelda kind of escape into that gear gate-like thing that, as you can see, is now in ruins thanks to the explosion. So, unfortunately, Fi can no longer search for Zelda. We weren't really using her anyway, but oh well. So, of course, we've also received the instruction to meet back with the old lady back at the sealed grounds, which is, of course, going to be our next destination. Now, if we want, we can kind of check this place out. There's not really too much to find. There's some rupees up here on these columns you can get with the beetle if you really want them. It's only 10 rupees, though, so, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. Might as well get them because they're here. Alright, there's also some dust piles kind of around here and there. There's only really one that's semi-important, though. We can look out of the big one away and get an amber relic. So it turns out, actually, this is a pretty good place to get amber relics if you end up needing them later on in the game. I don't usually, but I don't know if... I guess you could sell them for money if you wanted, but... there's also some of these dust piles in the corners you can blow away and make Lanayru ants appear. So if you need those, you can get those here as well. And as we cross back through the bridge here, that door over there is, of course, the door we came out from the Lanayru mining facility. There's also a couple other dust piles here. The big one, again, contains an amber relic. So since there's a bird statue here and a door you can go in and out of to kind of respawn everything, this is a pretty good place to search for them if you need them. Ooh. So yeah, Gorko is, of course, very surprised. He's kind of disappointed we didn't take him with us. I can't really see dragging him through all that. I don't think he would make it. But now he's going to get his chance to explore, so I guess that's good. And alright, so there's not too much to do around this area. We've just about exhausted everything. We're finally going to check out the bird statue and head up to the sky. It's actually been a little while since we've been up to the sky. The desert region's pretty big and has quite a lot of stuff to do in it. You know, we've been dealing with all the deserts and all the dungeon and all those little power node places, so we've been here for quite a while. So it should be nice to have a little change of scenery. Alright, free once again. Now, if we take a look at the map, you can see we do, of course, have a handful of treasures to pick up from all the goddess cubes we've been getting. I'm probably going to stop by and get this one real quick, just because it's kind of on the way. We're not really going to be out this way again for a little while. So let's go ahead and turn around and make our way up. The beacon's over here. So it's pretty close by, and kind of on the way to the sealed grounds as well. Alright, so did a horrible job of placing that beacon, but you can guess it's going to be in here. Actually, it's not inside, but I guess we could just go ahead and show this. There is another chest here, but this isn't the one that we want to get yet. So we're going to have to hop back off again. Okay, so you got to let me call my bird, or he's going to fall to my death here. But the actual treasure we're looking for... Oh, cool, there's like colored birds there. That's kind of neat. Just kind of hanging out. So yeah, you can see the treasure's actually on the outside. Oh, hey. That's weird. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. It's kind of cool. Alright, so we can open up this chest, see what we got. And hey, it's a heart medal. So yeah, this thing's actually pretty helpful. The heart medal is something I would recommend actually keeping with you. If you notice, I don't really keep too many medals around, but the heart medal will make more hearts appear out on the field. You know, every time you cut some grass or kill some enemies, it makes it much more likely for hearts to appear. And especially if you kind of find yourself needing hearts, you know, you're taking quite a bit of damage, maybe not so experienced with the combat system, that can really help. You're pretty much guaranteed to stay alive, especially if you have some potions in your pouch as well. Alright, so there's, of course, some other side things we can do, you know, more chests to pick up, but for now I'm just pretty much going to head straight to the sealed grounds, because we're going to leave there right afterwards. We're not going to be spending too much time there, and that'll even open up a bunch more side things, so, you know, we might as well just tackle them all at once. And this is also kind of one of my favorite bits for scenes here. It's Groose! Holy crap! Like, pretty much any time Groose is in a scene, it's just automatically comical, you know? Yeah, just a little bit. That little sailcloth isn't enough to support both of our weight. Oh, oh no, tiny birds. Ah. He's like, I love this because it kind of works though, you know, because he's been up in the sky and he is, you know, he kind of acts tough, but you can tell he's maybe, you know, not so sure of himself on the inside. So he's getting freaked out by everything. Okay, Groose, it's not that bad. Calm down. Whoa, holy crap. Okay, you gotta stop doing that. I'm gonna get a concussion or something. That's called a Goron, if you'll let me explain. What's with all the trees? Why are there trees? That's like pretty much every scene that Groose is in is one of my favorites, you know? Alright, so yeah, of course, we're going to explain everything. One of the very few instances where Link actually talks. He does that a couple times in this game, but unfortunately we don't actually get to hear it. I always like this line. You're kind of imploding my mind right now. All the birds are kind of hanging around him. So yeah, Zelda's down here somewhere. She's okay as far as we know. So you reassure him a little bit there. And of course, Groose is gonna get all emotional on us. Yeah. Well, I guess it's kind of sweet that he cares for her so much, you know. And yeah, it's sort of alright down here. It's a pretty nice place. Oh yeah, this is good too. This place needs a name fitting for this rugged, adventurous wilderness. We'll call it Grooseland. You know, there's a part of me that wishes that actually stuck. You know, like in all the other games, it was just called Grooseland, and this is where it came from. That would be kind of cool. All right, so the old lady living in the temple knows where Zelda is. And yeah, so he's going to tell us we can head home. Big Groose will handle the search for Zelda from here. Yeah, and we'll track her down, save her, and give her a lift back to Skyloft. I'll ask her if she wants to make our whole going out thing official. The two of us will get some quality time together. All right, buddy, now you're getting a little carried away. All right, so he seems to think he's got it covered from here. It's off to find that old lady, and off he goes. Well, I guess it's kind of cool to see Groose here, but I don't know. I'm telling you, I kind of like the guy. You know, he could be a bit of a jerk sometimes, but I think he's pretty hilarious. So you can see Gorko has, again, made his way back here. We kind of saw him in the cutscene. That's pretty fast, considering he was just in the desert region when we left, but that's all right. So he's been keeping busy, checking out the wonders of the world. I guess we can hear about this. This is something we haven't really come across too much. So apparently there are walls and statues that respond to beautiful tones. And yeah, let's learn a little more. So of course, if you remember, yeah, archaeological enthusiasm, of course, got plenty of that. So yeah, of course we picked up the harp. I haven't really talked about that too much, but yeah, we've seen blessed butterflies. They're kind of the blue butterflies flying around everywhere. So yeah, they flap around in packs by walls and statues. They're detecting something, but that's enough for now. We kind of get the idea. So it's kind of good that they give you the opportunity to just cut them off at any time. So yeah, of course, that's something we'll be dealing with later. In fact, actually, I think right after we get done with this place. But for now, there's not really too much need to worry. We'll also be exploring the harp here in just a second, so I'm not going to bother talking too much about it just yet. So yeah, of course, it looks like Groose has found her. And unfortunately, she kind of knows what's up, and we're kind of destined to play this part. Groose can't really take over. It's our fate to do this thing, and in so doing so, save us. And he doesn't quite like it. I don't think he's gonna like the answer to that. Yeah, so, I mean, in a way, he's still, you know, kind of belittling us a little bit, but you can tell he's kind of upset by this whole thing, too. So, you know, he's kind of noble at heart, but, you know, at the same time, I guess he's got to learn his place a little bit. So, we're going to update the old lady here with all the information that we got, and we're finally going to learn her name. I mentioned that before. I thought we had learned it at that point, but apparently not. I don't know. But she's, of course, Impa, you know, pretty common name throughout the Zelda series. So the two have traveled somewhere far away, since I kind of skipped that. And Impa's destroyed the gate they used. There's only one way left to find them. So we're going to have to make use of the harp that was given to us. So thankfully she gave us that, otherwise we'd be screwed. So no, unfortunately we have not yet familiarized ourselves with the harp yet. So yeah, she's going to tell us how to do it. We can press up to ready it, press A to prepare to strum it. So let's go ahead and get to it. And yeah, this one's actually, it's probably one of the trickier times because you have to time it with the swinging of her braid. Yep, so there we go. You pretty much just swing it back and forth. It's basically just the simplest instrument we've ever had, I think. You know, the ocarina, you had like 6 buttons you could press. The Wind Waker, you could at least have 5 directions. This one, we just hold A and swing the Wii Remote back and forth. So we got to do it here in time with the light, so let's get to it. Cool. And of course, that's a theme we've heard plenty in this game. But it's really neat, actually. Like, playing the music is very simple, and you can't really just do, like, one song at any given time. But the music that comes out of it's pretty neat. And the harp we hold is, of course, the goddess's harp. Divine instrument of the goddess who once watched over the land. Yep, so the slab standing before us is the Gate of Time. It's pretty much, it's the counterpart to the gate that Zelda and Impa went through when we were back there. And of course, playing our harp is what summoned it here. So if we can open the gate and get through it, we can find Zelda. Cool. So, of course, as per usual, many hardships, put ourselves in great danger. You know how this works. Uh-oh. Oh, that can't be good. Seals breaking is never a good thing. Pit outside, huh? Alright, I guess let's get to it. There's not really too much else to do. So we gotta investigate whatever this big giant earthquake rumbling is, and seals breaking. This is not going to be good. Yeah, Groose is literally shaking in his boots. I can definitely imagine that. Alright, so check on the ceiling spike in the center of the pit. The monster could free itself. Uh-oh. Alright, well, I guess let's get to it. Maybe we can get the seal working again before whatever's down there comes up, you know? So let's just ignore approaching it with caution and just run right to it. Yes, this is the Imprisoned. Of course, this beast we've seen a couple times early on in the game. We kind of got some visions of him through dreams and when we came here the first time. So yes, the seal is given way, so I'll explain later, but now's the time for action. Let's keep him from escaping the pit. Of course. Alright, so yeah, this is a pretty big guy. You can tell what its weak point is going to be because it's just about all we can hit. So you gotta kind of hit these toes here. And if you can take them all out, of course, watch out for the shockwave attack. If you take them all out... Oh. Yeah, so once you do that, that foot becomes essentially useless. Now he's going to walk a little bit slower. We got to do the same thing on the other side. It's pretty simple at this point. And each of them take 3 sword strikes. Once you take them all out, he can no longer stand up. He's going to fall over. So this is pretty much our chance to strike. We need to get around this giant hulking thing and make our way over to its head, where we can target the ceiling spike. Hit it 3 times up into its head, and there we go. That's our first little chunk of damage to it. So this process, of course, we're going to have to repeat a couple times. Now at this point, he's going to sort of start sliding, you know, upwards. There's not really a lot we can do about it. So we can take these things up if we want, kind of cut them off. And so he doesn't go very far the first time, but yeah, so it's going to kind of reset, and we just do the entire process again. It's pretty simple, so, you know, this one really isn't too much trouble. The third time you have to do it, though, it does kind of up the difficulty just a little bit, but we'll see that when we get there. Alright, so let's go ahead and get to it. Oh. There we go. If you do it right, you can kind of take off all 3 without having to wait in between, and then we'll have to go around and get the back one. There we are. Get that back one, and then now all we got is the front 3. There we are. See, it goes pretty quick if you know how to do it. If you stand in just the right place and do a horizontal slices, you can hit more than one at once. But I'm not very practiced at that, so I'm going to switch around. I think we could have gotten through that way, but I don't know. I feel like, because sometimes he can block you off because he's too close to the side, so just wanted to make sure. Alright, now this is going to be the third and final time we're going to have to take this guy down. So let's go ahead and make sure to get in front of him. This time he's going to be sliding for quite a bit longer. There's of course the little indicator over on the left that kind of measures his progress towards the temple. Of course, if he reaches the top, you lose, and you got to do it over again. So yeah, you can see this time he's sliding quite a bit more. Alright, there we go. Looks like he stopped. Okay, now this time we're going to get to see what's slightly different about it, what makes it actually a little bit more annoying. So let's go ahead, he grows his toes out again. And now this time, every time he takes a step, there's a shockwave. Yeah, so it's a little bit of a pain. Basically, as soon as he steps, you just got to run away. Sometimes you're not quick enough. So let's, okay. Yeah, this is what I mean. This one can be a bit of a pain. Alright, we want to focus on getting... There we go. Getting that one. So that way he'll walk slower, and that'll make it a little bit easier to get the other one. Of course, you do still have to watch out for the shockwaves, but it's not so bad. Let's go ahead and just wait and get in front of him. We've got plenty of time till he reaches... Wow. Didn't think he'd step that far. At this point, I don't really care. Okay. Yes, I didn't really care if I got hit, because, I mean, there's plenty of life. So, there we go. Let's take him down for the last time. Run around him. We can get around on this side. And there we go. 3 more strikes. Alright. I always thought that was such a cool little animation. You could see like each individual scale get blown off of them. It's pretty neat. Alright, so we gotta go down here now, hit this thing with the Skyward Strike. And we're gonna get a couple prompts here, so just follow the motions. Come on, there. It can be a little picky sometimes, but looks like we got it. Nice. How about now, Groose? You impressed? Alright, so yeah, she's going to tell us a bit about the imprisoned here, only just begun to awaken, but unfortunately we've only succeeded in buying a little more time. I mean, the seal broke once, so it's just as likely to break again. So it's a horror of unspeakable power, and I wouldn't be surprised if the seal gave way again soon, yep. So we're left with little time to complete the task. And yeah, we're going to go back to the sealed temple where she's going to tell us what we need to do next. I imagine it's going to take a very long time to get back up, given how slow she walks. And yeah, this is kind of a turning point for Groose. You can kind of tell him just looking actually has a little bit of respect for Link after, after sealing that thing back in. So that's part of what makes Groose such a good character, I think, as well, is that you can really kind of see the transition, Alright, so right now the gate's nothing more than a slab of cold stone. It's sleeping, so it's going to need great power, and, well, the Skyward Strike does everything else, so let's try it. Nope. No, unfortunately, Sword lacks the power necessary. So first we have to grow together. And of course there's the 3 regions. So we have to find a sacred flame in each of these lands. Alright, it's been woven into the lyrics of a song, The Ballad of the Goddess. That might sound somewhat familiar. So those clues are the way we're going to find him, so let's go back to Skyloft. Yeah. So even Groose realizes there's nothing really you can do. But I like her response here. You sell yourself short. You'll see in time. You got your part to play. Okay, so it looks like we figured out what we need to do next. We've got the 3 sacred flames we need to pick up. Let's see what Fi's got to say about this. So the Ballad of the Goddess, it's like the song Zelda sang on the day of the wing ceremony, of course. So someone at the Academy should be able to provide additional information. So we can pretty much guess who we're going to go to. Zelda's father, Headmaster Gaepora, is, pretty much the guy who knows about these things. So we can sit here if we want and kind of admire the the little platform out there. Okay. And just recover our health. So yeah, the Gate of Time unfortunately is dormant right now. There's not really much we can do. I think we can try a Skyward Strike, but nothing's gonna really happen. Nope. It'd be cool if she said something, But unfortunately, no go. So we're gonna have to go back out. And we can head back out the front here, because this is the way Groose left. We'll kind of get to see his reaction to this whole thing. It's like the first time where you actually kind of feel bad for Groose. Because he was so confident that he could do something, he could finish this on his own, but So it's, we can go and talk to him if we want. He doesn't actually talk to us, but we can kind of overhear what he's saying. So he's just dead weight. What kind of use is that to anyone? Oh. See, now he's like really hard on him. So like I said, you actually like feel bad for him at this point. I don't know. I think they did a really good job kind of developing the character here. But we're gonna go back in and actually head back out the side door because that's the easiest bird statue to get to. There is one up here, I think, but you have to do a lot of running around. So let's just take the easier path. And Gorko is actually gonna have something to show us too. So you know we might as well head out that way. So there he is, standing right here. So great Goron! I love that. So yeah, these are these blessed butterflies he was talking about before. They're kind of frozen in place, which is weird. I don't know why they did that. Only them. Like Gorko can move, the little birds were moving, but unfortunately Gorko can't sing. So we're going to have to do something about that. Of course, we have a pretty good sounding instrument, so let's go ahead and check this out. We can kind of stand next to them and strum. You can actually move around while doing this too, which is kind of weird, but... So we just kind of play some tunes here. It doesn't really matter what rhythm you use. And whoa, check that out. Boing oing! Love these things. Yeah, that's it. One of the talking statues. No mistaking it. Oh. And every time you summon one of these things, they'll give you a material, so it's worth looking out for. I mean, the stones themselves don't really do a whole lot. These things are, of course, the gossip stones. I mean, they've been in many, many Zelda games, of course, so we can talk to them, and they'll kind of give us hints. They do a little bit more than just tell us the time this time. So yeah, he's just going to tell us how to summon other guys. You can kind of play around with these things. They, of course, still have various reactions. If you blow the gust bellows on them, they'll kind of shrink down a bit. Whoop. So you can have fun with that. Of course, you can hit them around with your sword. Of course, the fun thing to do, which we all always loved, is drop a bomb by them. Let's go ahead and take a look. Oh, Gorko freaked out. And yeah, they still take off just like before. Whoop. And they explode once they reach a certain height. The difference is this time they come back from underneath, though, so they're not gone forever. And of course, you can slap them around a bit if we want. But so yeah, those are pretty cool. I'm gonna be summoning whatever I can see, just for the materials. But you know, I don't really need the hints or anything, so I'm not gonna bother with them too much. All right, let's see if we can. Aha, I got it. So yeah, you can actually capture those little birds with the bug net and get their bird feathers. I believe that's the first one of those. Yeah, it's the first one of those we got. So you can do that if we want. They're using some pretty decent upgrades, so it might be worth getting. Alright, so we're done with this area. Like I said, we're pretty much leaving immediately after we finish all the stuff here. We do, of course, have the 3 sacred flames we need to be finding, and one of them is in Faron Woods. But we're going to be coming back for that later. We can't really do much about it right now. So, the next objective is, of course, to head back to Skyloft, like we were told before. Before we do that, though, let's go ahead and make a quick little pit stop. I know I was heading in that direction. We can get rid of that beacon, and we're going to stop by the Pumpkin Landing here. So, of course, if you remember, we've completed 2 of the tasks that we need to repay that guy for breaking his chandelier. It turns out after getting the harp, you can actually do the 3rd one. So, we're going to go ahead and get to that. Alright, so we're inside the Lumpy Pumpkin. I've actually also went ahead and slept until night, even though it looks pretty bright out there. No, I promise it's night. So let's go ahead and talk to the guy. You can see he's got a speech bubble above him. So yeah, let's see. What was he wanted me to do next? Hey, what's that? Yeah, he notices our harp. So Kina is actually quite the singer. For some reason, I'm not surprised, you know? Yeah, of course, because I guess she's kind of Malin's counterpart, you know, at the same time. So, you know, she sang. I guess it works. So he's going to ask us to do a quick duet with Kina. Sure, let's do it. Alright, make sure to put our heart into it. Won't stand for anything but your best. Alright. So customers will start waving their arms as Kina sings her song. That kind of gives you the hint of when you need to, you know, swing the Wii Remote around. So just pick one and strum with them. But don't worry about the direction. And there will be periods where they stop moving, which you can kind of freestyle a bit. So that's always fun. Alright, so let's get to it. Yeah, that wasn't bad. What do you say? Alright, so of course it kind of depends on how well you do their reaction, but we blew her socks right off, so that's pretty much the best reaction you can get. It's kind of tricky the first time because they switch it up with the, kind of doing it faster every now and then. So like the first time you do it, you probably won't get it perfect, but it's pretty lenient. I mean, you can pass doing just kind of an average, mediocre job. But we're pretty much off the hook now. He's going to buy a new chandelier to replace the old one. So considering all the hard work we put in, he's going to give us a little something, even though we were really just paying him back. And what he's going to give us is a piece of heart, which actually completes a heart container. And we're going to start on the second row of hearts. Nice, we're up to 11, so that's pretty cool. That's always kind of an important part in Zelda games, When you get your 11th heart, you start that second row, you really feel like you've gotten somewhere, so it's pretty neat. Alright, so we can actually come back and play the harp anytime we want. I believe we'll actually get paid for it from here on out as well. It's probably not worth the money in terms of like a grinding speed or anything, but just kind of a cool thing. Alright, so seems like a pretty good place to stop for now though, actually. We're going to be doing a lot of side stuff as well as kind of advancing the story on Skyloft a bit, so it's going to be a little bit of a mixture for a while, but next time we'll probably grab the couple treasures we got left to pick up and then head back to Skyloft. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. So we can check this place out if we want. There's not really too much. Fi's going to complain at me that my battery's almost dead, so let's go ahead and get that out of the way. Any moment. Oh, it is imminent. It'll be depleted any moment. I hope it does. I hope it just runs out on screen and I have to go back and get more batteries. I really hope so. And you can see there's also a bunch of dust piles kind of around. Most of these don't really have anything. You can actually get some Lanayru ants to come out. Oh, really? It just died just now. That's so awesome. Jeez, when she said any moment, I didn't think any moment literally meant any moment.